This is a video for a Canadian fella who thinks he knows more about my truck than I do. With the caveat that everything I'm going to show you is limited to this particular truck alone. I personally think it's representative, bare minimum, of Ford F-150 5.0 installations, and probably is applicable even wider, but we'll limit it to this truck alone. He insists that my throttle plates are cracked open all the time, and if they are not cracked open all the time, that they must have holes drilled in them. Well, these are my throttle plates. Okay, they are fully closed. Shine a light in there. See, my throttle plates are fully closed, and you know they're fully closed because I've removed my EGR valve. I have a cold start injector rigged up where the EGR valve used to go. So there is no light. That is the other side, where the flashlight is the other side of my throttle plates. And there is no light coming through because they are closed all the way. And there are no holes drilled in them. This particular engine idles on the idle air valve alone. And I know that because this is a replacement. The original went bad and the engine wouldn't run until I replaced it. I was able to make it run by using the curb idle screw. Now, speaking of that, it does have a curb idle screw, but as you can see, the curb idle screw is fully backed off. Okay? It is not pressing on the throttle plates and cracking them open. It did when my idle air valve didn't work, but I have since replaced it. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to fire up the engine, and you will see the way the idle system works. There are two holes. There's one here, and there's one here that lets air into the idle air valve, which then modulates it, and there's a third hole that then goes into the intake manifold. And this valve opens and closes to modulate how much air is allowed to go around the throttle plates, not through the throttle plates, around the throttle plates and into the engine. It's going to be kind of noisy while it's running, so I'm explaining to you right now what I'm about to do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach in and cover up these two holes, and the engine will die because it won't be able to get any air because there's no other air going around the throttle plates. All the air is going through the idle air valve. So let me put the cold start injector back in, fire up the truck, and you will see. Okay, I'm going to start the engine and then choke off the air. All the air is going through the idle air valve. On this particular engine, at least, there is no air going around the throttle plates. All the air goes through the idle air valve.